man, what a journey has it been with one of the most mysterious upcoming game, that is Scorn. If you guys have been here on the channel for a long time, well, you'll see that I have been talking about this game for years now. I had to delete a lot of videos from the channel in the past, but I'd say Scorn has been covered here since 2016 at the least. No joke, Scorn has been live and announced almost 7 years ago in November of 2014, and it still hasn't released. Its very first pre-alpha reveal of 2014 is really interesting, and since then the game has changed so much, and in a good way graphically, with the combat and pretty much everything else. The animations, the environments are more creepy and all. Scorn is also a real thing, it's a real project for those that keep commenting that it is not a real game and will never release. It's just taking a really long time, and with their latest partnership with Xbox, it's taking even more now as they received huge funding to create the vision they had in mind from the very beginning. And today, well, we have some news from Scorn that no one really talked about lately, and it is its release window, which we've all been waiting for. Hopefully it doesn't change and stays that way, because it is a pretty soon release. Let's get into it. Scorn was shown a millisecond during the second biggest gaming event of the year at Gamescom. Gamescom happened at the end of August, and throughout the opening night live event, Scorn was shown through the official Xbox Game Pass trailer. The trailer showed that Scorn will take place in an extremely disgusting and updated world with realistic graphics, thanks to the power of the Xbox Series X and of course PC. The game will be both an FPS and an horror game at its core. Not a horror game with jump scares, but an horror game in its atmosphere and in its creepiness. The environment, the monsters, everything will be super creepy and disgusting. During the Game Pass segment, the trailer quickly showed Scorn releasing this fall 2021, which is really soon. With the developers being dead silent for a really long while now, people had been wondering what happened with it, and well, it looks like we have our confirmation. It is releasing this year, fall 2021. I really want it to, as there isn't a lot of interesting stuff coming out this fall, as almost everything was delayed. We have Halo Infinite, Back 4 Blood, and Scorn that I'm looking forward, and also a bunch of small indie games that I will spend all my gaming time in. It's really great to see how Scorn has evolved from being a little indie project made by friends to something huge and awaited without it even releasing. Here's the updated description of Scorn. Scorn lures players into a claustrophobic underworld populated with misshapen organic forms dripping with unnamed fluids. You will find yourself entirely alone with only your senses and instincts to guide you through the non-linear nightmare of interconnected spaces. In Scorn, the environment is itself a character and will do its best to unsettle and unbalance you. Each location has its own puzzles, characters, and stories to tell, all of which combine to create a cohesive world. Some monsters are not your enemies and are only living in this world. If you decide to kill them, well, these monsters will become your enemies. On your journey through the game, new areas, skills, weapons, and items will be unveiled as you attempt to comprehend the unfolding reality of Scorn. Here's what the developers had to say. For us as developers, it is imperative to present Scorn in the best way possible. The distinctive art style is only half the story. The other half is having all the technical parts of the game running smoothly, the game director said. That is where our partnership with Microsoft and their next generation Xbox Series X console comes in. Xbox Series X is an extremely capable piece of hardware that will enable us to run Scorn at 4K 60 FPS with all the graphical bells and whistles. Ease of development and raw processing power are the primary reasons that we choose to go exclusively with Xbox Series X and of course PC. Players on Series X will experience an uncompromising version of Scorn and also on PC. As players explore the dreamlike world in a non-linear fashion, they will soon learn that every location has its own story, puzzles, and characters again. Even the unsettling environment is a character itself. The team has drawn visual inspiration from the unique Swiss painter H.R. Giger. So guys, let me know if you're excited for Scorn and its release in 2021. Please don't delay it. And make sure you guys subscribe for more gaming news like this in the future. I'll talk to you all very soon. Thanks to Richard Westfall, Bruce Wayne 236, Thunderbeard, Kian Zofagari, Rickno23, Diamond Hunter 45, Themistocles, Space Beer Gaming, and Rash Singbati for being a master member on the channel. You can become a survivor member for as low as 99 cents only by clicking the join button below. This will support me and the channel as a whole to continue making videos on the games that truly deserve it.